If you're watching this video, it's probably because you're either being coached by me or will be coached by me. And I want you to benefit as much as possible from that experience. In this video, I'm going to share some key ideas that I take from the book How to Get the Most Out of Coaching by Karen Davis and Alex Mill. So let's start with the basics. What is coaching? Coaching is about moving forward and preparing for the future, knowing that the client is capable of creating their own solutions and looking at them as an integral whole person individual. And my role as a coach is to honor you and cheer you on as the creative, resourceful, and whole expert in your own life, guiding you with thought-provoking self-discovery. To benefit the most from coaching, I divide my notes into 3 different areas. The first one is mindset. How do you think about coaching and how do you approach coaching? The more you put in, the more you get out. If you go to consume any kind of information, the more focus you put in, the more information you get out, the more insight you're likely to get out. Same with coaching. The more you put in, the more you get out. And also, you are more important than me. Sure, I'm here to support you on a journey, but what you do in the end is what makes the coaching relevant and valuable. There are also a couple of coachability traits. These are being action-oriented, being willing to accept guidance, being open to experimentation, meaning not getting into the paralysis of analysis, but moving forward quickly, trying things out, moving quickly, checking whether something works for you. If not, okay, fine. Rather than thinking of, does this work? Maybe this doesn't work. No, just try it out. Self-awareness. Having strong opinions. This one is interesting. This means don't just do something because I recommend if you already think that it's not for you. Just don't do it in that case. Curiosity. Being optimistic. And I find that gratitude really helps with that one. And having a sense of humor. It is likely that we will go deep in the coaching sessions, and just having a little bit of humor, a little bit of fun on the way can make it so much easier to go deep and stay deep and have really meaningful insights and conversations. Integrity, and lastly, the commitment to the process that this is. This meaning your development, your growth. Also, if you can make coaching your top priority, then you will get more out of it. Why would you make it a top priority? Because it's about you. It's about preparing you for the future. It's about moving you forward. It's just about you. It's not about anybody else. Well, I mean, maybe the coaching is also about a relationship or how you connect with other people, but it is about you. So, are you willing to make your own growth your top priority? If yes, then you will have much more impactful coaching. Also, look at the coaching process as something that is co-created. And I will talk about that a little bit more later. The second part is your preparation. How do you prepare for the first coaching? How do you prepare for the next coaching? There are different questions that you can ask yourself that might help you make sure that we hit the ground running. We directly go to the right point, to the thing that is most valuable for you to talk about and to explore. You can ask yourself, what would give the biggest return? You can ask yourself, what's most important? And why is that important? And why is that important? And why is that important? 3 times, or even more times. So sometimes even asking yourself, what is the thing that I least want to share with my coach? Or what is the thing that I want my coach not to know? That might be the thing most relevant to talk about. I know that I brought that to my coach just last week, and it was a business call, but what I brought was self-sabotage. I told him, I am concerned that I'm going to self-sabotage myself. When I see that things are going well enough, I'm going to be, oh yeah, well then I'm fine, then I don't have to push further. Where I defined before that I do want to do that. So that is something that I didn't want him to know, but I knew was important to talk about for me, because otherwise it would probably happen in the future that I would just relax into and kind of slowly give up without really giving up, without it looking like giving up. Then also know that the better you get, the more you benefit from a coach. Because the more important it is that you get your blind spots exposed. And you cannot do that by yourself. You can do it with a coach or maybe with somebody else. And also, the busier you get, the more you can benefit from coaching, to streamline, to be more productive, to have real clarity on what your priorities are. Okay, I'm jumping around a little bit, but there are a couple of derailments that you can check whether you are subject to them, whether that is happening to you. Not being prepared to the next session is one of them. You can make a list of the things that you want to bring to your coach, bring to me. You can text me in between with things that you might not even want me to respond to, but you want me to know to potentially discuss in the next session. I actually really like that when clients, people I coach, tell me beforehand a couple of things that we might discuss in the session that just come up during the week, like, hey, this is the thing, let me just text Joram, like a couple of words, this, and then maybe a day later another couple of words, this. I had a confrontation with so and so. Okay. Had a new thought about this and that. Okay, cool. You can just text that to me if you want to. Avoiding the real issue is another derailment. So you likely have a rough idea on what direction we're going to go, on what direction you want to grow, and check with yourself, is that really the thing that we're talking about? And is the thing that we're talking about the most important for that goal that you have? If not, tell me. Let's change subject. Having the focus on others. We don't want to focus on others. We want to focus on you, on your growth and your development. Sometimes it is good to vent a little bit and let off steam, but really after that, let's try to get to the topic, which is you. You're the most important topic in coaching. And of course, don't be distracted during the session. Be there. Create a space, block distractions, and be present for yourself. Then I have a couple of notes on communication. As I said, coaching ideally is a co-created process. That means I put something in and you put something in, and we together create this container for your growth, for your development. If there's something that you don't like, that you would like to be different, or maybe just something where you think it's great, but it could be even better to serve you better, let me know. Request it. Speak up, don't hold back. Also with things that you might be thinking of sharing, but aren't sure whether you should share, I'm not going to judge you. I'm there for you to express yourself and to help you understand yourself. Please don't hold back, just share it. It's also confidential, of course. Also, don't sugarcoat. There's no need to do that. I am not attached to your outcomes. If you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it, let's talk about it. Be real, be there, share with me what's going on, and together we can find out what you can do different, how you can overcome that in the future, if that is a relevant topic for you. With that, I come to the end of my notes, and I think this is a great book. I read it for myself as well as for you, and it really does make a difference. if you show up well prepared, well, in a good mindset for receiving coaching, for making the best out of it. If you show up and co-create the session with me, that could be bringing a couple of different topics that are relevant to you, or it could be bringing the one question that you feel is the most important for you to find an answer to. And maybe you have already different angles to look at it, and you bring that to me. If you do that as a preparation, we can just make so much more out of the time that we have together. So thank you, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation.